Hi, this is Chinmayi. In the ingredient spotlight series of videos today, I'm going to be talking about this ingredient called Centella Asiatica and what exactly it is. So let me take you right in. Many of us of the running through licorice as Actually, when you look at this name called Centella Asiatica and that you see that it has Asia in it, you might take some sort of a reference that it can be native to Asia. But I don't think, I'm not a science expert, I'm not a cosmetic chemist, I don't have a chemistry background, but reading some ingredients and doing a simple Google search, looking at research papers, I realized that some of these botanical names are given to a lot of these ingredients or these herbs based on also where they might be found in a vast expanse of areas, right? So Centella Asiatica is nothing but, if you speak Tamil, our own Vallarakira. So Vallarakira is something that has been a part of our lifestyle, it has been a part of our diet, especially if you have been young, if you have had young children, or if while you were growing up, you may actually remember your grandparents giving you Vallarakira and asking you to have it so that your intelligence can increase and your memory can increase. Fact remains that there are some studies which support this theory, right? So Centella Asiatica is also known as tiger sika of sorts. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. There is a belief, especially in South Korea and in Japan, that tigers tend to go and find Centella Asiatica herb wherever it is growing, and if they have wounds, they are supposed to roll all around the herb, and that's supposed to help fasten the or hasten the healing of the wound. There are also recent studies that back this theory, which say that it can increase the speed of wound healing, and by actually increasing the amount of antioxidants in the particular wound healing site. So there are some studies that are happening, then more and more studies will continue to happen. Especially in Ayurveda, it is called as Manduka Parni, and a lot of people have had Vallarakira Kashayam. If you come from that sort of a background, in Ayurveda, Vallarakira is something that you can actually go and get it at any of your local markets. It's very, very common to get it in Chennai. So Vallarakira is something, because it has anti-inflammatory properties, it is it is being found in a lot of ingredients which look at combating redness, rosacea, and in, I think, a more serious treatment of this skin conditions. Practitioners are known to use it even to treat conditions like psoriasis and eczema. Another study spoke about when a group of people were given Centella Asiatica herb. For a while, it actually helped their memory functions, and they seem to be less startled by noise, is what it says. You can easily Google this information and find it for yourself, just like how I found out about it. Whenever you actually Google botanical name of a herb or an ingredient into Google, it will throw up a lot of research papers. So you can read a lot of these studies, what the assumptions were and what they ended up proving at the end of that study. All this you can find. So if you actually find Centella Asiatica in the ingredient list of any skincare ingredient, know for sure that it's going to help in healing. It has anti-inflammatory properties, and it's going to increase a surge of antioxidants onto your skin. So that is the long and short of my minimal research, or my minimal reading. I shouldn't say research very easily. My minimal reading of what Centella Asiatica is all about. If you actually want to include Centella Asiatica in your diet, in your daily diet, it's very, very easy. It's all about going to a local market and finding it. Centella Asiatica is used across all our Southeast Asian countries, Myanmar, Indonesia, Sri Lanka. The term Gotu Kola or Gotu Kola, I think, comes from Sinhalese. So Myanmar has apparently a salad based on Centella Asiatica. So you can actually make it a part of your diet, either as a soup, or maybe you can just make it into a chutney and eat it. It's very, very good for your cognitive functions as well. This is something that has been practiced for aeons in our way of life in India. Sometimes we tend to forget our roots, and in this series of ingredients that I'm going to be talking about, I hope I can remind you guys of the things that we might have forgotten. So until I see you in my next video about ingredients and their uses, this is Chinmayi saying bye-bye.